What's going on, everybody? This is Lemon Drop 14E, and I'm back with a gameplay of Motorsport Manager for Nintendo Switch. So, just a quick update. When you see these videos drop, I'm going to drop them all one season at a time. Seems to be the only way I can consistently upload. So, there's that. So let's get started here. Now, I know the Motorsport Manager for, I think, the PC, I think might be the only other place, and mobile, I think. But anyway, I know that these, they are not quite the same as this one. This one's a little bit more watered down, I guess. So, I don't know. But it's the only one I have access to. So, here we go. And also, I have played this a lot. But I'm going to go ahead and start a new file. The UK, no thank you. I want winners. Come on, America. Oh, hate already. Alright, confirm. I'm a man. Should I do my real age? I guess I will. I'm just joking. Alright. Head type. Do they have big and round? Nope. Who am I kidding? I'm pale. Alright. I am not bald though. Doggone it. Ooh, I don't have that. Or that. Or that. Or that. Or that. No. Nope. What? Give me that Jerry curl. Nope. Nope. I guess as close as they get. Hair color. That's pretty accurate, actually. Large goatee. Chops. Small beard, please. Who am I? Jimmy Johnson? Long beard. Getting closer. That's actually fairly accurate. Leonidas. I just noticed they called it that. Glasses. Yes, please. I'm not that cool. Or that cool. Or that cool. I'm about that cool. Okay, continue. The backstory. Okay, so ex-engineer, you get 10% reliability added to every part. Backstory is a driver, you get employed drivers improve faster. And if I have a financial background, I have minus 5% on all purchases. So I usually just go with ex-driver because that's as accurate as I can be. So, what are we going to race in? So, during this playthrough, I am going to get a championship in each one of these. This is unlocked for some reason. Wait, are these unlocked? These are all unlocked. Oh, okay, because I had a profile that I ended. I'm sorry, not a profile, a save file that I just deleted. But I guess on my profile on the Switch, it keeps them here, but whatever. We're just going to start from the beginning and work our way up. So, let's start here. An open wheel. And what I'll do open wheel, then jump to this open wheel, then jump to that one. And you know what? I'm going to start with the GTS. That way we can end up on the open wheel cars, because they are the World Motorsport Championship. So, I'm going to start with the GTS. Or GTRS, which stands for GT Rising Stars. Well, let's see. What are the rules here? You can develop those. No restriction. Alright. No refueling. Okay, so we can't get fuel. Points for the top 15. I don't like that. Both safety cars is silly. Standards fine. Elimination races. Whoa. What? 3 tire compounds. ERS. Okay, whatever. I'll explain stuff as we get going, but we are going to go ahead and do the Rising Stars and continue. GT Young Stars. I thought it said Rising Stars. Which is it? Ooh, that's a good looking car, but not good enough, and this is awful. Lemon Racing? No. You guys who are familiar with the channel will know that we are LD Motorsports. Motor Sports. Check out my sick spelling skills. I'm gonna go ahead and customize this. What do I want though? They kind of tie your hands a little bit here. I'll go with this one, I guess. Primary, we gotta make it bright white, you know what I'm saying? Oh, my eyes! Perfect. Secondary, you know what? I actually kind of like that. Tertiary, whatever that means. Oh, that little stripe. I say we kick it old school and go straight 90s. What do you guys say? So this needs to be like a purple color. Yeah, I'm feeling this. And this needs to be like, what, bright red? Or orange? Now let's go way over here. Ooh, should we do pink? Yeah, we'll go with that. Looks like either crest or the 90s. Perfect. So we're going to save game because it makes us. Okay, leave me alone. I know what I'm doing. Okay. So here we are at the beginning of the year. Now, the very top here. Oh, it's going to explain it to us. That's our influence. We can use that to do certain things. Here's our money. And per race, we're going to lose 800,000, which it seems horrible, but it's really not a big deal. And so, yeah, it just kind of assigns us with drivers. So it looks like we have Troy Justice. What a name. And Scarlett Arnold. Okay. And all staff. Let's see. So our engineers, they each have like a specialty that they're like extra good at. Like her specialty is a motor. So whenever we build a motor, she gives us a little bit of a bonus. But we've got some old blood here. And these two will be for the drivers. So like when we qualify, which I will explain whenever we get to qualifying, but yeah, basically their relationships grow with the driver and they get an extra bonus they can unlock. Here's the cars as they break down. Wow, these are pretty poor. But it's fine. First year. Now let's find a sponsor per race. So basically we're gonna get $250,000 per race, and they're gonna pay us $450,000 up front. So 250 times 5 races, that's 1.25, I think. Yeah. So anyway, so now our cost per race went down because we just got an extra 250,000 for that sponsor. And no offers here. And also on the left, top left, you can see where it says Team Sponsor Appeal. Our 2 drivers will have a rating for how marketable they are, I guess. How much sponsors are going to want to be attracted to the team they're on. So it looks like they must not be very high. But let's double check really quickly. He's got good. What is Scarlett? Is she awful? Nah, she's not very good. So that's fine. Oh, and also, I'll go ahead and flip through real quick. Like, he has a personality trait. Charismatic, so he's immune to the bad interview trait, which you get traits for stuff that happens after the races. Also, here's his history. Long term with Klagenfurt. No wins in his career, no podiums even. Yikes, same with her. Well, we did not get very good draws here, but that's okay. So our car performance is pretty poor overall. I've said that once. Now, the headquarters. Let me break this down really quick. There's 3 areas, blue, green, and purple. And this is for the drivers. Like, you can unlock a gym. So you get a quarter of an improvement point per race at the rate of 1.5 million. But once it's done, it's done. So let's see. I really want to get the one where we get the extra sponsor. So yeah, +1 to sponsor appeal. That helps. What's this one? Okay, so we really should get this one really quickly. And luckily it gives you about 7 million, which I didn't remember. But that's fine. So we might just save for this one. But we'll see. And like here, let's see, now if we unlock this, we'll be able to build our own brakes. That sort of thing. But for now, we're just going to hold on to our money. And let's get to this first race. What's this? It's an exciting first day for Lemon Drop as he takes the helm of his racing, or his brand new team, LD Motorsports. Good luck. So I don't remember this at all. Oh, yes I do. You go down here to messages, and that's where it's at. So let's continue. Yeah. To race weekend. It's going to save for us. Thanks, game. Now, here we go. Before each race, we get to choose a sponsor. So basically, like this Luxina here, its target position is 14th or above. So it wants us to finish 14th or above in qualifying in the race. So if we qualify 14th, they give us an extra 175,000. If we win the race, we get another 175,000. But if we don't do either, we don't get the money. Same with Wan Chai. They're obviously giving us a little bit more money, except we have to get 9th or above. Now there's no penalty for not making the target, but you just don't get the extra money. So I guess we'll go with Luxina because I'm really not sure how our team's going to fare. Also, if you look at the bottom, it'll say cost for this race. Now I'm only down 204,000 per race because of these extra bonuses if we succeed in getting both of them. So let's hurry up and get on to this race. There's that beautiful Joy-Con. It looks like a sad puppy with his ears and stuff. Whatever. Alright. Yokohama. We all know it's in Japan. It's a lovely warm day here in Yokohama. Hopefully we won't see any rain. Hey, yeah, me too. Been a long winter waiting for this. I can't wait to hear those engines roar once more. He was a poet and didn't know it. Okay, so I went ahead and paused it first. At the bottom we have a timer. There it says 10 minutes 59 seconds. That is not real time. That goes pretty quick. And over here is our weather channel, quote unquote. And it tells us how wet the track is. It looks like we've got nothing but sun coming up, so that's fine. And then over here we have Justice and Arnold. So we're going to send him out for qualifying. And now, this is your setup. At the bottom you have 12 wrenches for him. So that's how many points you have to spend. Now each one of these tags I pick has a random number. This one's going to be 1 to 4. This one's going to be 2 to 10. And then you see you get a percentage based on whatever one you pick. So I'm going to pick this one, 2 to 10. And it picked 7. Okay. So we lost 7 wrenches. And on the left, that little meter went up 16%. Now once we hit 20, 40, 60, 80, and 100, we get automatic time taken off our lap. So it's kind of a strategy to see how many percentages you can build up without going over your number of wrenches. So see, I've only got 3 left, but if I risk this, I could get 0, 1, 2, or 3. So I have an 80% chance of getting this extra 4%. So I'm going to go for it. Hopefully I don't roll a 4. There we go. So I got a little extra there. Now see, I'm obviously done, so I'm going to hit no changes. We're going to pick the tire compound. Qualifying, we'll just go softest we can because there's no rain or anything, so we don't need to worry about that. So we'll go ahead and send him out. Now we have to set up for Arnold. She's only got 7 wrenches, so let's just go big. So 4 is what we have left. I'll go ahead and take this one. We got 3 left now. I'll go ahead and do this one. Now we have 2 left. Yeah. So with her, we only got to 18%, so we're not quite to any bonus yet. Same with her, super soft tires, and we let them go. Now let me zoom in a little bit here. And normally I do speed these up 1 tick just because it takes quite a bit of time. But yeah, so we'll just ride around with these guys here. So now they take an out lap, and then they take 1 full lap, which is the timed lap. Then they have 1 lap to come in. Now at any point I can tell them to come back into the pits, and we won't have all of our wrenches back, but we'll have some. So, for whatever that's worth. Usually that's not worth it. But as you can see, the time is going quite quickly down there. But it does look like we do have the lead at the moment. So, as soon as that pops up, I'm going to hit it because, see where it says session time remaining is 6:17, and time for a new stint is 1:40. So, let's say the clock is running out. You get out of the pits, take your hot lap. As soon as you start your timed lap is when you're counted as being out. So if the timer hits 0, 1/10 of a second before you cross the line to start your lap, it's over. You don't get to go anymore. So we try and pack in as many hot laps as we can. That gets our bonus built up over the qualifying session. So see, now we're at 26% with Troy because we got the bonuses or whatever. So let's go ahead and just play it safe right now. 10, 6. Hey, and we hit 40%. I'm not going to risk either one of those. So right now we're halfway there, and we're only 2 sessions in. We might get all of them with Troy. Wait for her to come in. There we go. So I don't even want to risk anything with her. So she's a 1-star driver. You really typically don't expect much out of them. Although Justice, I'm, pretty shocked. I kind of thought he was going to be awful. Although, what's his star rating? I can't remember. He may be a pretty good driver for this series. But later on in the career, you do get to pick your drivers. You can hire and fire and all kinds of stuff. And at the end of each year, you get to sign up for what they call the Young Driver Program, which is cool because you get to pick 3 drivers out of think of it like a school class. And at the end of the year, you can choose to hire one of them and put them on your team. Typically, if you get a really good driver, it's possible you can get an extremely good driver, and whenever they're fresh out of the young driver school, you can get them for a very cheap rate per race. So, okay, so Troy's 2.5 stars. That's really not bad for this place. Okay, so session time remaining is 1:38, and the time for new stints 1:40. So, doesn't even matter. We're just gonna let the time run out. So it looks like Justice actually set a pretty fast lap. He's almost 4/10 faster than Buffano. So that's cool. And Arnold really didn't do bad either. So based on how this race goes, we might pick that higher sponsor next weekend. I don't know. We'll find out. There we go. So yeah, we did. We got the pole. That's awesome. By 4/10 too. That's really... When the cars are actually on the track, 4/10 does not look like that much. But it is, pretty significant. So there, we just got 175,000 for it. LD Motorsports team principal Lemon Drop must be delighted by those qualifying results. He's right, I am. And so there we go. It breaks down the sponsor objective again for the race. So just kind of a reminder. Here it comes, race day, and Troy Justice is on pole. Can't wait to hear those engines roar. Rushville Racing, I hope you guys lose. In fact, I've got money on it. Wow, what a lovely lady. Her handle is Leg Hair Lover 1989. Alright. I feel like she got a little personal there. So yeah, here is the grid for the race. Ooh, Max Clock. What a cool name. Huh. Alright, so we don't really need to watch all this. Now, here is the pre-race setup. See at the top it says select the mechanic bonuses. If we go down here, we can give them a bonus. For example, for Justice, his bonus with his mechanic is super soft tire performance. Gets an 8% boost. Or we can go down here and add 10% to their relationship. Now, the relationship builds over time, but if, say there's a track where none of his bonuses apply, we'll just give him that. But for today, the super soft compound is used, so we're going to go ahead and give him that. And over here with her, fuel burns 3% slower. I don't think it's going to matter for her because she's such a low tier driver, but we are going to go ahead and give her an extra 10% with her crew chief. Alright, so now let's change the race setup. As you can see at the very top there, we have 19 laps to run today. And we've got, on the super softs, we can get 6 to 8 laps. Soft tires, 8 to 10. Now this is under normal use. Typically, we can stretch that a little farther. So we are going to bank on that. So he's getting 6 to 8. She's getting 3 to 5. Wow, did I read that right for him? Yeah, he's getting 6 to 8 on super soft. And she's getting 3 to 5. That's... Whoa boy, that's bad. Okay, so... And that breaks down to the car and parts and stuff get different bonuses. Since we were kind of just given whatever we had here, we sort of need to deal with it. So I could, and I'm going to play her safe and just try and do 2 stops on medium tires. Can't refuel, so that's fine. Now, I'll break this down for you. Driving style. If you do attack, you use 15.4% of your tires on this particular track and tire setup. Neutral, 11.8. Conservative, 7.1. It's just kind of, it varies totally per track. It's never the same. Now see with her, she's on medium tires, so she only uses 9.1 for neutral, whereas he will use 11.8. These numbers seem trivial at first, but they really do come into effect. Now with the engine modes, same thing. If we're using high performance, we're going to lose about half a 0.48 per lap, and we only start with 19. So, medium, we're actually going to gain a little bit of fuel, so 0.02 per lap. So if we run medium throughout the race, we will never run short on fuel. But if we need to bump it up a little bit, we can run high, but then we're going to have to eventually come down to low and gain that fuel back. So it's sort of a gamble. For now, I'm just going to keep them on medium on everything, except I'm going to start him on conservative on tires, because remember, we need to stretch his a little bit farther. So let's start this race, and I will keep it on slow so I can kind of walk through what's going on. So on the left here, you see everyone's position, and you can also see what type of tire they're running right now. And if I hit pause, I can go over here to live timings, and I can see their current strategy. Like, everyone and their brother seems to be running high fuel right now, which means they're going to have a little bit more of a bonus. And most everyone is running standard tire, except for a couple of us are on conservative mode. Is anybody conserving fuel off the bat? No, they are all burning fuel right here. That's pretty standard though, honestly. So let's just return to the track. So yeah, we're not going to hold on to this pole for very long, but that's okay. It's a long race, and as you can see here, where my little dial's moving under Justice's face, where his fuel, it says plus 0.00. That means we are on the drop, have just enough fuel. And see now, as we do a lap, we're going to gain. If you watch, he's going to cross the line, rises 0.02. He's going to get that 0.02 here in a second. Sometime, there it is. So, you know, he is slowly gaining fuel, but really I don't plan on making him run a high-powered motor anytime soon. Also, on the left here, where you see like 17th place, Nemian has a little shield with an exclamation point. Now is in 18th, oh, back 17th, oh, 18th. That means they have some bodywork damage, and when you have bodywork damage, you do slow down certain speeds. So like, say you have a bumped in fender, it'll say you're dragging a splitter or something, I don't know, whatever. It'll say you're down 0.2 seconds, like 0.2 of a second off each lap because of that dragging splitter. You don't have to come in and change it right away, but if it's like knocking 2 seconds a lap off, you have to come in. But otherwise, you just wait till your next pit and then hit it up in your pit stall and you'll be fine. So let's just see how everyone is doing here. Right now, Justice is at 75% on his tires, and we're on lap 4. So based on that, he's going to get to 16 laps on these tires, which is pretty good. Now Arnold, she is running about 10% a lap. We'll call it 10 to make the math easy. And she's going to come around here with 6 laps. So she'll be there at 11 laps. She'll have before she needs tires. So everything's kind of calm right now, so let's just bump the speed up a little bit. Maybe get to the next round of pit stops, I'm not sure. And also, that condition percentage that both of our drivers have, that is the condition of the car. If for whatever reason their condition drops to 0, they will be retired from the race. So we need to try and make sure that doesn't happen. When you pit, you do have a chance to repair it. That's different from body damage. That's just mechanical issues you can repair, and that does take time in the pits as well. So, sort of a gamble. Say we were at like 9% condition with like 2 laps left, I'm not stopping, you know what I mean? It's kind of silly, just go for it and hope it doesn't blow up. Sometimes it will, and sometimes you'll hold out. Just depends. And as you can see now, some people went into pit, and looks like at the very bottom, here from about 15th down, you see some really high percentages for medium tires. That tells me these people came in for mediums on their pit stop, and that's what they're going to run towards the end of the race. So since Arnold has already started on mediums, excuse me, she'll be able to go the whole race on one stop, which is pretty sick. Now for Justice, as long as he gets over halfway, then I'll turn his tire use up a little bit. So he's actually going to brake halfway, and we'll turn him up to 11%. Actually, let's turn him up to 15, and in 2 laps we will pit. Now I just got a radio message from Arnold saying I have to pit for new tires soon. I will be the judge of that, madam. She's at 18%. She can go another lap. Actually, no. Say I tell them both to pit. Next time they have a chance to come into the pits, they will. But say they come in relatively close to each other, they each have to share a pit crew. That's just how it is for the entire game. So say Justice comes in, and Arnold comes in, and Justice isn't done yet, she's just got to sit there and wait until he's done, and then she gets to go. So you really, really want to try and stagger the laps, because that will be a huge time waste. So let's go ahead and call her in, since she is the least good of the two. And I'm going to go ahead and put her on soft tires. And do I need to fix her car? I don't think so. So now she's going to be coming in. I'm going to go ahead and set her power to high. And where it says I'm positive laps, as soon as it gets to -6, -10, I'm going to turn her back to standard fuel. Because she'll have 9 laps left to gain that back. And she gets plus 0.02, so in 5 laps, she'll be back up to standard. So now you, sir, need to pit. And you're going to stay on those super softs, I think. Not going to fix you either. So now see, most of the people that came in are on mediums. And there she's getting her tires changed. It was 8.4 a second. Not bad. My tires will hit the cliff soon. Yes, you can pit next time. Bye, buddy. Yeah, most everyone came in and took softs or mediums. Looks like Nemedian took super softs. But, so Justice and maybe one other person will be the only ones running super softs till the end of the race. Now with her, I did not pay attention. So we're getting 12.2 per lap. And there's roughly 8 laps remaining, so that's 8. Ooh, that is close. Nah, I'm going to put her on conserve just for a couple of laps. I don't want her to run out. Because once the tires hit 0, your speed just drops to nothing. So let's do some quick math here. He's got 100%, and there's roughly 8 laps left. So if I do some quick math here, so if I do 8 times 11.8, we get 94.4. So he can run neutral the rest of the race. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Because obviously you want to run the fastest combo you can for as long as you can. Now if we look over here at the leaderboard again, you'll see that Justice has the freshest tires and the fastest compound. And the 2 cars around him, Bart's and Sprink, they both are going to have to pit relatively soon. And then he will be setting pretty for the rest of this race, I think. Now, Arnold, let's check in with her. There's 7 laps remaining right now for her. She's got 83% left. Let's see. 7 times 12.2 is just 85.4. She is so close. So maybe next lap she'll be able to do the neutral tire wear. So we'll keep that in mind. Also, just for my own sanity, let's see. Okay, so Bart's is running conservatively on his tires, so we're going to be able to smoke him. Although, wow, the last lap he was 3 seconds faster than us. That's insane. I wonder how that happened. Oh, wait a minute. Justice did pass somebody that last lap. So that might be the slowdown. Alright, now she's coming around for her 6 laps remaining. Now we can bump her up. And that's basically all we're going to do for the rest of the race. So let's speed on through here. Obviously, I will slow down and pause if something else comes up. But barring a horrific incident, we should win this race. 5 laps to go. As you can see, Justice is gaining fuel, which is what we want. Maybe on the last lap, I'll let him burn some. Actually, we're 8.5 seconds ahead of the leader. Let's do a low one, because I just want to see. He's 0.48, so if we can get to plus basically plus 1 lap. I can turn him loose for 2 full laps, and we'll see if he can get the fastest lap of the race. Alright, so he's on high performance. Also, and now we can't burn the tires off. I was going to see maybe we can just max him out, see if he can get the best lap. You don't really get anything for having the best lap, it's just bragging rights, I guess. And just like that, we will win that race. Arnold. She's just going to sit right here. So we'll just hurry up and let her go. There we go. So that's pretty ideal. They finished the race with single-digit percentages on their tires. That's pretty good because you want to cut it close and be able to get as much as you can out of your tires through the entire race. So, now that this first episode is over, next episode, I will not have to explain quite as much. Be a little bit more of a fluid race. So here's the breakdown. So yeah, we each had 1 pit stop. It looks like everyone ran 1 stop. Anyone have to do 2? Yeah, 1 person. Alvira did. But yeah, and it shows how many laps you did on your tires. So Justice at 11 on super softs, then you went to 8, and then finished the race that way. And a lot of people went to softs, or Durac just ran soft the whole race. Interesting. Oh, and here we go, Lucas Favorani, and then Ida Bufano. Doesn't matter because Troy Justice won the race. And there's the points we get. Now, LD Motorsports, we're not leading because what's her name couldn't keep up, Scarlett Arnold, but that's okay. So it made that look super easy. Superb win for them and Troy Justice. Hey, thanks guys. And there's the basic tire wear degrades faster when you're using a more aggressive driving style. Derp. Kind of assumed that, I think. At least most of us did. It is going to simulate the other championships that are going on. Don't really care about those. Feels like my driving is hitting top form. I think this might be the start of a hot streak. So, Troy just got this trait, hot streak. And then Scarlett had a good interview. Awesome. So, it breaks down. So, he now has +2 to all of his stats. And finished the next race in the top 4 to keep this trait going. So, that's fine. We'll try and do that. Scarlett, she had a good post-race interview, which gave her +1 sponsor appeal till next week. So, that helps, because we might be needing a sponsor here. I can't remember. And then we have another update here. Plenty of business activity around the LD Motorsports pits in the Yokohama. Will they be formalizing their supply chain soon? Oh, here we go. Building your supplier network. So you have to build a supplier, or choose a supplier, collect assets, purchase bonuses. Okay, select your starting location. The US freaking A, that's where. Okay. So basically, we just start branching out, and like here, Oklahoma City Freight will get it in 2 races, so whatever. It's kind of boring, but yeah. And see here, once we get 1 airplane, and it's so basically for the first bonus we need no trucks, no ships, but 1 airplane. Once we have the airplane, we can buy that bonus to get whatever their bonus is. So this isn't super duper important, but it does look like our HQ upgrade is complete, which is very important. So we do get +1 sponsor appeal. Wow, so we're gonna get 2 bonus appeals because our driver has 1. Gonna flip through these. Okay, so that one's finished. Great. What? Oh, first win. Give me that XP. First steps. Give me that XP. So much XP. Now, after each race, drivers do typically gain a skill point. So, we will assign this somewhere. And the maximum he can have is 20 in all of these. But since he's a 3-star driver, it tells you the number that he can have. So, we'll go ahead and max out consistency. Go home. Now, this is good that we have sponsors available because remember we just got 2 we got 2 microphones there. So now our team sponsor appeal went up, which is what we want. Per race. Yeah, we'll take that. 450,000 a race. We'll take it. So now we're only losing 100,000 off the get. So that's not bad. What's this offer? Second or above for 500,000. I'm pretty comfortable taking that. So, say we do that and we get second or above, then yeah, second or above we get 500,000. So if we qualify first or second and then finish first and second, that's $1 million bonus, and we're only spending 104,000 per race. We pocket 900,000. So that is that. That was a lot of talking this episode. Maybe next episode. Actually, I'll go ahead and do it now. Just get all like the tutorial stuff out of the way. Build parts. We cannot build these parts yet. And down here, these are packages that you pick at the beginning of the year, which they didn't let us do for some reason. I don't really understand, but it doesn't matter. So these we can't do anything about. But these we can once we unlock the headquarters to do so. Like front splitter. Oh, the performance is 36. That's awful. So, Joe, we're going to use your performance. Use Yingluck. That's an interesting name. Use her reliability. And Deanie Gaze, we'll use your reliability. Because, see, the reliability is only 58%, which is awful. So, yeah. So, we'll go ahead and build this part. Basically, we just build that to just try and get a little bit bonus on our cars. Actually, let's look at this really quickly just to get this over with. The base reliability is 81 and 80. That's actually pretty good. But now if we do the breakdown, you can see the gearbox, spoiler, and engine are grayed out. That means they are provided for us by a company we pick at the beginning of the year. And it looks like our brakes are actually okay. You can tell by their green. And over here on the left, it'll have a breakdown of the parts and what position we have of all the other cars. So out of 20, our splitter is 18th. Not surprised. Brakes are pretty high, actually. And the suspension is 9th. So really, yeah, really, we just need to focus on the splitter right now because we can't build our own suspensions. So, and you know what? While we're here, we better get this started again. You there. So see, this is $2 million for this spot, but I think it's worth it. We'll go ahead and do that. Okay. What's this one here? Target one additional node. I don't really care about that right now. I'm trying to make some race hay. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get this one too. And that allows us to build our own brakes. And I'll go ahead and get this one too. So in one race, we're going to have 3 upgrades done. But, woo doggy, we are low on the funds, but that's okay because we are going to be gaining some money next episode. So that'll do it. This is kind of a long one. They will not all be this long. I was just trying to explain and get stuff out of the way. So thank you guys for watching. If you like what you saw, prove it. I don't know if you can hear that my stomach is growling so loud. Yeah, so like and subscribe, all that fun stuff. Leave comments. I'd like to talk to you guys in the comment section. I know the channel has been pretty much dead for quite a while, so this is the beginning of me trying to build it back up. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.